you are going to take your piece of paper. You're folding it into 24 boxes. So to do that, you're going to take your piece of paper. You're holding it horizontally. Horizontally is the long way. Okay. You're going to fold it in half down. Okay. So I'm folding it in half down. Try to keep it even. Shh. This does not require talking. This requires just folding a piece of paper in half, okay?
I can't do it. You can't fold a piece of paper in half.
Shh. Guys, our mouths do not need to be moving to be folding a piece of paper, okay? Actually, they can be quiet and closed, okay? You're going to take your piece of paper. You are now going to fold it in half down again. So you're making your piece of paper much skinnier. Okay, so I'm folding it down again. So now I have a long, skinny rectangle. Okay. I'm just going to use a black paper. Okay. We are going to take our piece of paper now, and we are going to, how many pieces, how many sections is this paper currently folded into? Right. 4. I'm going to take this piece of paper, and I'm going to fold it in half the other way. Okay. Folding it in half the other way. How many sections do I have now? Okay, Bryce. 8. Okay. Perfect.
How'd you get 8 when we only folded it algebra, I think?
We have folded it several times at this point.
I know, but we only folded it once, like right now.
Okay, but we took hold on. Okay, question. So we folded it when we had it this way. We've had it in 4 sections, and then when we just did this, we folded it in half. So that makes two sides of 4, which is 8. So now,
We only see 2 sides.
but it's all of this is folded. Okay, so moving on. We have 8 sections in this piece of paper, right? Based on how we folded it. How am I going to get from 8 to 24, Jack?
Multiplying it by 3.
Okay, so how many sections do I need on this piece of paper?
3.
3. This is how we're going to fold it in thirds. You need to have 3 sections here. I don't know why I lose people. You're going to fold it. It's going to be like a zigzag. I'm going to take my thing. I'm going to fold it in thirds. So you see how this section and this section are the same? Okay. And now I'm going to take this. I could either fold it over or I can zigzag it and fold it backwards. So now I have a little Z package here that's basically the same. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's basically even. Okay. So I should have 1, 2, 3 sections in this piece of paper. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Perfect. You're going to open it up. Count. Make sure you have 6 boxes across the top and you have 4 columns. Or no, sorry. 4 rows and 6 columns.
So I need 24.
24 is what you needed. Yep.
I have 16.
You should have 24. Okay. What you guys can do now, you can fold those lines that are going sideways. If you want to refold them just so they're a little bit crisper, that would be good. Dallas, can we try to limit the outbursts, please? Thank you. That'd be super. See, again, could you limit the outbursts, please? That would be great. So I should have a piece of paper that has 6 boxes across the top, and it should have 4 boxes down the side. Okay? All right. Yeah. Okay. You are going to be holding your paper horizontally. So you should have the 6 at the top. Okay? So your piece should be 6 at the top, 4 down the side. Okay? I am going to be writing in Sharpie so you can see what I'm writing. You guys are writing in pencil. Okay? What are you writing in?
Pencil.
I'm writing in Sharpie. You are writing in pencil. What are you writing in?
Pencil.
You guys are writing in pencil. Okay? So, top left box. So if I'm holding my paper, this top left box, I'm writing my name and class period. Name and period number. Okay? Top left. Left. This side. Top left. Top left. And there should be 6 boxes at the top of my paper. So I should be holding my paper horizontally. Gabe, are you holding your paper horizontally? No, you are not. There you go. Horizontally. Guys, there should be 6 boxes at the top of your paper. Dallas.
Like this?
Oh, thank you. You want to put it in the bin over there? Thank you. Yes. Next box, we are writing the words value shading. V-A-L-U-E. Shading. S-H-A-D-I-N-G. Value shading. Huh? In the next, we're going across the top row. So we're doing headings, titles for like the next row. Okay. Next one is going to be hatching, like an egg is hatching. H-A-T-C-H-I-N-G. Hatching.
Does it have to be like perfect?
It has, just write it. It's just, you're writing a word. It's just write it.
No, it doesn't make sense. My grade's better in Spanish than English.
Next one, cross-hatching, C-R-O-S-S dash hatching, H-A-T-C-H-I-N-G, cross-hatching. I have it still right here. You can look up anytime. Okay. Okay. The next one is scumbling, S-C-U-M-B-L-I-N-G. Scumbling. Okay, and our last box is burnishing. B-U-R-N. Burn. Ish. I-S-H. Ing. I-N-G. Burnishing. Okay, I got hunters. Great. Okay, in our first box here, our value shading. We are going to, so we said value is lightness and darkness. So using our number 2 pencil, we are going to show what's called a gradient, which is going from dark to light. Okay, and we're going to be doing it like a tornado shape. Please look up here so you know what I am expecting you to do on your paper. So value shading. I'm going to be kind of going back and forth with my pencil, and then I'm going to slowly be moving down my paper. So I'm starting at the top of my box. Starting at the top of my box. Okay? And I am pressing hard. And then as I go down, I'm going to decrease my pressure as I'm going down. You see I'm kind of overlapping my lines?
How do you make it so perfect?
Because I've been doing this for a very, 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 very long time. So, again, pressing hard at the top. I'm going down. I'm starting to lighten my pressure to get those grays, those lighter values. And then as I start to go down, I'm going to lighten my pressure till I lift my pencil and I'm done. Okay? So it should be a tornado shape. Yes. Okay? Tornado shape. I'm going to turn the front light off.
Like that?
Yes, yes. Is that better? So you guys see that a little better now on the board?
No.
Yeah. It's a little better. Yes, better. Yes, good. Yes. Try to have go down to lighter. Yes, yes. Back and forth. You want to try and have that cone shape, that kind of triangle shape. Okay.
It doesn't really get lighter.
It should, because you should be lightening your pressure. No, it does. If you went dark to light, sure.
Am I allowed to get my pencil since I don't have an eraser on this one. Thank you.
You're welcome. Then just give this back to me at the end.
Alright.
Okay, hatching is our next box. For hatching, guys, hatching is lines going in one direction, okay? So when you're doing hatched lines, it's lines, single lines kind of going in one direction. So it doesn't matter which direction your hatched lines go. So like for me, when I draw, I like my hatched lines to kind of be a 45-degree angle going that way. That's just what's easy for my hand. I've been doing it that way for a long time, so my hand just wants to draw a line that way. You could, if it's easier for you to do lines going straight, if it's easier for you to have lines going that way, if your lines go this way, doesn't matter. Pick a direction, okay? But have it be consistent, Dallas. I didn't show you how to do it. I just explained what a hatched line is. So all I said is what hatched lines are. I didn't say what you're putting in this box. All I said is what a hatched line is. Okay? You guys need to wait for finished directions, okay? Because you think you know what is expected of you, and you don't. I didn't tell you what to do yet. Let alone show you. I'm going to show you how to do it. Just hold on. Hatching. So I'm going to show this value scale dark to light. Jack, sit down.
I didn't steal your pencil.
Please be quiet. Okay. You're going to have hatched lines dark to light. Okay. With lines going one direction. So I'm going to start up here, and I'm going to have my lines be darker at the top. And then as I go down, my lines are going to be lighter and lighter and lighter. But that's not really a value scale. There's a lot of white in my paper. I'm going to go back, and I'm going to overlap with more lines. The top is going to have more lines. And I'm going to overlap. And the bottom, my lines are going to be a little lighter. And then down here, they're going to be very light.
Is that how some people do rain?
Sure.
It looks like
Yeah, same idea. But I'm going to keep overlapping until my top is dark, my middle is a gray, and my bottom is light of the box. But you see, my lines are all going in the same direction, and I'm decreasing my pressure. Same thing like with my tornado shape over here for my value shading. I was pressing hard at the top and light at the bottom. Same idea at the top here. When I'm laying in my lines, I'm going to press harder. And then in the middle, I'm going to not press as hard. And then when I get to the bottom, I'm going to do much lighter.
I'm not good at drawing straight lines.
Just do the best you can. Okay, so again, you're filling the whole box in dark to light. Okay, the top should be obviously darker than the bottom. All of the values should kind of be even. You should have an area that's dark, an area that's gray, and an area that's light at the bottom. Okay.
Like this.
Yes, try and have it that's not like it's very gradual. Yeah. You want it to have gradual. So you don't want to have like band of color, band. It should be like kind of fade from one to the next. It should be nice and great gradual. Try to make the top darker.
I can't.
Just keep trying, Dallas. Okay, we're all trying to learn a new skill, so it's going to be a little tough. Just keep trying.
This? Like this?
Try to overlap so you don't have just lines. They should be overlapping in each section.
Like this?
Yeah, yeah.
It looks
Yep.
weird.
Yes, better. Okay. What do you guys think cross-hatched lines are going to be?
Lines crossing each other that are hatched. Like,
Yes, so it's...
They're fading, but they're.
So we're going to have lines going in two directions. We're crossing the lines. Yes, you guys got it. Okay. So cross-hatched lines are lines going in two directions. So again, I don't care which two directions you pick. Just make sure it is consistent. So I'm going to start, and I'm going to, again, it's almost going to look exactly like my hatched lines here. I'm going to lay in my lines. Okay, I'm going to have darker at the top, lighter in the middle, and lightest at the bottom. And now I'm going to go the other way, or whatever way you choose. I'm going to have my lines kind of crisscrossing. Okay, and as I go down here, it's going to be lighter. The middle is going to be a little gray, and then my lines at the bottom are going to be faded. But that's still a lot of white space. I'm going to go in again, darken up my lines. Okay, darkening up my lines. My middle is going to be lighter pressure. Bottom, nice light pressure. And then I'm going to go the other way. Okay, so it should be very distinctly different from our hatched lines because our lines are going in two directions. It's a much different texture than our hatched lines because we have two sets of lines. But again, you want to show that dark to light. So I'm going back and forth, laying in my lines, changing my pressure in the middle. So I should have, okay, dark at the top, pressing harder. The middle, I'm pressing a little lighter. And then the bottom, I'm doing very faint marks. Okay? So try and get rid of some of that. So that's a good start. But you want it to have full value. So there shouldn't be a lot of white of the paper showing through. Just do the best you can. No, so you're still trying to create like this value here, but just with lines crossing. So it's almost exactly the same, just you have lines in two directions.
Have you seen mine?
Okay. Scrambling. All right, okay, sorry. Give you another minute.
Okay, you're done. I'm done. You're done. You're done.
Guys, chill out. Yeah, better.
It doesn't matter. Look at it. I'm done. You took your sleeve off. I'm done. I'm not smart. Yo. How is mine? You took your sleeve off and you just do it on my side.
All right, we're gonna move on. Just you guys can work. You can work on it. I'm just gonna get everyone to the next step. Okay. Scrambling. Scrambling is like a fancy word for scribbling, but wait. You are going to be having a controlled line, and again, you're trying to show that value, dark to light. So for scrambling, it would be a good thing for like texture. So like texture for like if you were doing fur for like a poodle or something, so like kind of curly kind of fur, scrambling would be good because it gives you that idea that there's texture but still showing value. So I'm going to be pressing hard, but you guys can see my line is kind of like scribbly. But you see how I'm like kind of being controlled with my scribble?
Let your hand take me where you want to go.
But you want to keep it controlled. I'm not just like, ugh. I want to try kind of be nice and controlled. I'm deciding where my pencil goes. Okay? And I'm pressing hard at the top. You see that I'm trying to kind of overlap my lines, and I'm trying to keep my scribbling kind of the same size as I'm laying it in. And you see, like, the top already is a lot darker, and then when I go in and I lay in more scribbling, it's getting darker up at the top. And then I'm going to lighten my pressure in the middle.
I'm just trying to write cursive. That's what I'm trying to think of.
Well, it shouldn't be, it should be, it should be random looking, because once you have something that's kind of planned, it starts to lose its effect. So you want it to be kind of random looking, and you're overlapping your scribbling, just like how we overlapped our lines in the other hatching, okay? And you want to have that idea that it's dark to light. I'm lightening my pressure as I get to the bottom. Okay, I'm going to go overlap some of my scribbles. Okay, but it should be dark at the top. And then start to fade at the bottom to be light. So we're getting that idea of dark to light. Okay, dark to light. Okay, so they're dark to light. Guys, relax, please. Shh. So again, you guys want to show dark at the top, lighter toward the bottom. Okay. The next thing we're going to be doing is called burnishing. Okay, so what burnishing is we're going to be using this thing now called, it's called a blending tool. Okay, you use a blending tool on its side. You do not use it on its point. You are using it on its side. Okay, so you are going to lay in value with your pencil. You're going to lay in value with your pencil. You're going to almost do like what you did here with the value shading with the dark to light. You're going to lay that in here, dark to light, and then we're going to go over it with our blending tool. So I will, if you guys watch me, and then I'll show you what I'm talking about. So I'm going to lay in value. So I'm going to lay in dark. Wait until I tell you what to do. Just wait. Okay, I'm laying in dark at the top. Okay, I'm going to fade down to light. At the bottom, I'm going to lay more in here. Dark. The bottom, it's going to get lighter. Okay, and I'm going to use my blending tool. Watch, please. Okay, I'm holding it on its side. Shh, watch, please. Okay, and what I can do is with my blending tool, I'm going to be rubbing the graphite around. I can use circles. Okay, and as you see, it's starting to blend my graphite together. Okay. Okay, so it's almost blending away my pencil marks. Okay, it's nice and soft now. Can you guys see the difference between like this one here and then this one that it's obvious what my pencil marks are? Okay, and then if I do that, I can then go in and say, oh wow, you know, when I did that, I need to make my area up here much darker. So now I'm going to go in, I'm going to lay more value with my pencil in at the top. Okay, and then I'm going to blend it down. So I'm going to take my blending tool. Okay. Okay, so that's burnishing. Okay? We're paper. Just paper. Nope, it's just paper. Okay, so we've gone through our first row for our handout. We've done our value shading. We've done hatching, cross-hatching, scumbling, and now burnishing. Okay? Next time, we are going to go through here, and we're going to do a value scale. And then down here, we're going to do different types of drawing pencils. Okay? So I'm going to...